Hey, we're Beasts of War, and this year we're going to be taking the Battle of Hoth to Salute 2015. Yep, we have been working for some weeks now on recreating the Battle of Hoth. We have actually turned it into a game. We ran a game designer challenge, and the winner of that game designer challenge got the opportunity to put on a participation game of the Battle of Hoth. So here we have the table. Yeah, we're just about to pack up because we're leaving for the actual event. Tickets are printed. We just need to break all this down. But before we broke it down, we wanted to show you guys an overview of the table with everything built and in situ. Lloyd. Let me go around to see Lloyd. It's done.
Thank goodness we're on our way to Salute. I don't think I could look at any more frozen snow or polystyrene for that.
Okay, so here we have Echo Base, okay? So Echo Base, if you remember from the movie, is where all the snow speeders all launched from, where the Millennium Falcon was parked, and we have it all set up, all the conduits and everything in place, all the lighting in the hangar bays, the lighting creeps on round. We have Vader bursting in with the 501st, ready to kick some rebel butt. As you do. Further on round, we have the Millennium Falcon kind of powering up, and then more lights and stuff, and then into the control rooms. It's hardly what you would call a faithful replication of Echo Base, but remember, we're not doing this as a diorama. If we were doing this as a diorama, we would have done it in a very different way. We had to create this as a portable gaming experience that we were able to throw into the back of a car and take away with us. So a very different set of requirements this time around from what we normally do, which is big permanent tables.
While everyone's standing here, come on, everybody into this shot till I congratulate us all on a job well done, and then we can show some other bits and pieces of. Thank you very much for your work, gents. Yeah. We've all done really well.
We have indeed.
Well,
and Warren.
Now that cheesy moment's over. That moment could only have been more cheesy if he'd made us stand in a circle and pat each other on the backs. Anyway, so let's move on. So let me just grab this cable. Way.
You can all break and get back to where you're standing.
Okay, so moving a bit further on, we have the shield generator in place. Now, we opted not to go for the ion cannon because we just didn't have enough space. And the ion cannon itself doesn't fire at anything that isn't in space. So from a gaming perspective, it didn't make an awful lot of sense in having it.
And I get the feeling that the ion cannon's towards the back of Echo Base anyway.
It's kind of off to the side of Echo Base, a bit further on, but it only fires at the likes of the Star Destroyers to cut a path for the escaping transports. Anyway, outside Echo Base, we have the trench system. Now, we've taken some artistic license on the trench system to put in trench reinforcements and things like that.
So as Warren says, we've taken some artistic license on there and made the thing look really interesting, because one of the things is when you're making snow is it's just white.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, you go, well, unless you're doing something permanent where you can actually have like footprints and all sorts of stuff, just white isn't that interesting.
Yeah, it's not so easy to work with. So to try and, create more areas of interest and give more meaning to all the different things that like the conduit and everything else that's wired in, we felt that was the way to go. Then moving on, we have obviously our ATSTs, which are powering in to the trench system to kick some butt. And then finally, we have the ATATs marching up to lay waste to Echo Base. So I'd said we had run the Game Designer Challenge. The Game Designer Challenge is something that Beasts of War does some number of times through the year, where we throw out a challenge to an amateur game designer to create a particular game. We had done one last year where it was all about creating a cool Halloween game. The winner from that is going on to great things. This time we wanted to create a participation game. So there was a very key challenge for our game designer to create something where they could run it at an event and people can come in and dive in and out of the game, almost kind of arcade style, where if they have some time at the event, they can come in, dive straight in. They don't have to wait for a turn or anything. If there's a space available, they can pick up a battle group and go to war. This is the end result. It's the Assault on Hoth by our winner, Grant Ennis. And the entire game is on one page. It's all based on formations. And then there's a turn sequence. So you choose a formation based on what it is you're going to do with the particular unit within your battle group.
These would be in the units here. So this particular battle group, if we go for a wider shot, you can see is made up of 3 different units.
In this battle group, troopers, the ATSTs, and the probe droids.
And then on the back, got a really nice picture.
Yeah, so we've got the Assault on Hoth, and attendees get one of these. Anybody that comes along to play the game gets one, and then they have their battle groups. So we have some really cool rules for snow speeders that scream out and take on the AT-ATs. Believe it or not, they even have the whole tow winch rules mechanic built in there that I think is a lot of fun. It's almost like a roulette wheel type mechanic on that. It's brilliant.
When you guys come in, I was just in the process of sorting these out. If you give a quick pan along this, we've got 11 units, I believe it is 6 rebel units and 4 imperial sort of battle groups.
10. Oh no, it's 10. No, it's 10. It's 10. So each one is a battle group. It contains a number of different units within the battle group,
which is really good. I like the way that you can walk up to the table and feel like you're playing a little part of a mini war game, in so much as you're not just one thing. You have a few things to look after, and it makes you feel like you're a proper commander.
It is. We wanted that whole arcade game type feel. You walk up. You jump in like, do you remember the game of Silkworm? You know, where there's a helicopter and you could just chuck in 10p and you could be the Jeep. That's the feel of this. Come along. You can pick a battle group from what's available, get stuck in, and see if you can lay waste to Echo Base.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to pack it up.
We've got to get packed up. That's what all this stuff's for back here. You can see we've started bringing in foam and stuff to try and pack it all up. But we're going to get ready to go to Salute. This is where we're going to be this weekend. So
this Saturday, this game will be available to play at Salute 2015 in the Excel Centre in London. We're setting off tonight because we have a long drive and overnight boat journeys in order to get there. Another reason why we had to keep it quite portable.
And we may even be near the front door, so we should be pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Look out for the wee signs and stuff. Can't really miss it.
Okay. Now, if you want to find out more about the making of the table, come along to beastof4.com and join Backstage. Backstage is our kind of subscribers area. It has hundreds and hundreds of hours. Well, I should now be able to say thousands of hours of additional content that we produce every single week, 3-4 times a week. And in there, we've been keeping a vlog of the making of the actual table. So if you're interested to find out some of the bits and pieces of how it was all done, come on over, join Backstage. It helps keeps all the lights burning and helps us do this kind of stuff and take it to shows that are like Salute. So we'll see you there. If you are a Backstager, remember, on the Friday night before Salute, we are having a Backstager meetup, so come along, and if you are a Backstager, go to the last Weekender XLBS, where all the details are in there. Right, time to get packed up. We're taking the war to Salute.